2K held a press conference today discussing NBA 2K14, the next gen version. So now we know about some of the features of the game, so let's just get started. As you can see on the screen, you can see NBA 2K14 next gen, some gameplay. So this gameplay does look very good. Look at LeBron James, he's on his man, he's not sagging off until Stephen Curry does take the 3-point shot. Then LeBron James goes to the key to try to get the rebound. So that's a very good new feature that will be in NBA 2K14 next gen that I will be discussing later on in the video. So let's just get started. First, let's talk about game modes. Now, NBA Today, My Player, My Team, and My GM were all revealed today in NBA 2K14 press conference. Now, NBA Today will update our game daily, from rosters, players' performance, attributes, and stuff like that. You know, in NBA 2K14 current gen, we have live, what's it called? It's called Dynamic Living Rosters, I think. But this NBA 2K14 next gen version, NBA Today will have this dynamic living rosters, but I think it will be updated, it will be a lot faster, it will be better. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. It will be better. But there is a new, let's just say a nice new feature where you can look at highlights from real NBA games. Now, instead of switching your remote over to ESPN, NBA TV, or going to NBA.com, you can actually watch live. Well, you can't really watch live gameplay, but you can watch highlights from the real life NBA, which will be really good. So let's say Miami Heat were playing the Chicago Bulls yesterday and you missed out on the game. You can go and watch the highlights on NBA 2K14 next gen on your PS4 or Xbox One, so you can watch it on your own console, which is a very great new feature. Now, My Play is a completely, totally different game mode. There is going to be 40 hours of cinematic gameplay just in your first season. So what does this mean? This means there will be cutscenes before games, after games, different scenarios, stuff like that. Now this means MyCareer will have a real storyline, finally a real storyline. And look at the Golden State bench going wild there. But this is exciting news because NBA 2K14 current gen is exactly like NBA 2K13, the last year's version. So now with all these new features, you can bet this game will be crazy. There is also a Blacktop / crew type of mode where you can hang out with hundreds of My Players in the park. It's pretty much like Street Ball but with heaps of My Players and stuff, and heaps of different courts, so you can play heaps of games. There'll be heaps of courts, so it'll just be like playing Street Ball. I don't want to say it's going to be like Blacktop, but I will say it's kind of like Crew, Blacktop, and Street Ball all in one. And it apparently, for the people that have played it, they said it was actually really good. They said that there's heaps of different courts, so you can be sure to play heaps of matches, and if you're not playing, you can actually be watching matches. So this is like real life. This is what you would do when you go to the park to play some Street Ball. You would, if there's some other courts, you would actually go to that. You would actually like look around, and you could see other people playing on different courts. So I think it is very realistic. Then we learned that this game will be running on a new engine. It's not using the same engine as the current gen. So it means it won't behave or be exactly like the current gen version. Pretty much it's going to be like a completely different game. There will also be real foot planting. So now speed, court spacing, defense will all change and be better with this new engine. So let me give you an example. After the tip right here, I'll show you some examples when you'll be able to see court spacing. Now, as you can see, LeBron James, Andre Iguodala is assigned to LeBron James. He's not sagging. No player is sagging apart from Udonis Haslem. He's on, I think, Andrew Bogut there. And as you can see, Andrew Bogut is definitely keeping up on Udonis Haslem. But I think court spacing is going to be better, and that is a very good sign. As you can see, LeBron James there, new animations. So there will be new animations in NBA 2K14 next gen, which is very good. That is something we definitely want to see. But you know, I'm definitely hoping for better spacing, court spacing, better speed, and better defense. So yeah. Now let's talk about MyGM. That's a game mode that is new, and it will replace association mode. So will this mean I won't be able to do my commentators team? I don't know, but I guess we'll have to find out, because I would love to keep doing my commentators team. It's so fun to play. I love doing my commentators team, but I guess we'll have to find out once the game mode comes out. But back to MyGM. MyGM is the new franchise mode. Your GM will have his own characteristics and powers, where he can, he can have powers by attributes. So if you upgrade your attributes just like you would do with a My player, your performance will go up. So if you upgrade your attributes with your GM boost will go up, if you know what I mean. So this is a pretty cool new mode. I do like the direction where they're going with this. But now they're also raving on about new emotions, because if your player, like your players that are because you're the GM, so if your players that are playing for your team, if they're not happy, you could actually get fired. So you have to be on top. What am I saying? You guys, the GMs, have to be on top of your game, so you can make sure that you're not going to be fired, or you're not going to be sacked or something like that. So that is very cool. Now the last thing on the list is MyTeam. Pretty much everyone's favorite game mode. It will return, and I'm so pumped about that, because it means I can finally get some MyTeam on my channel. So you can bet that I will start a MyTeam series as soon as I get the game. They didn't talk about MyTeam very much, so there's not really anything I can say about it, but all I can say is I'm hyped that I can finally bring some MyTeam to this channel. But if you guys enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. Sorry for that beeping in the background. It is some NBA 2K14 current gen gameplay going on. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more. I'm out, guys. Peace.
Listen, cause I'm a beast, and there ain't no one going harder than me. So if you hating on me, I just let it be.